It's time once again for That Business Show with Jamie Maloney on 1250 Wins WHNZ, where business becomes show business. Now, live in studio and promoting the entrepreneurial spirit that drives the American economy, guest host, Topher Morrison.
Good morning. Let's start off with a thought of the day from the American actor Matthew Ashford. He said, "It is a rare thing to find somebody you can work with, work off of, and have fun with." So the theme today is how do you have fun in the office, and the guests that we have today, I can say I have had the privilege of working with, working off of, and have had lots of fun with as well. I'm Topher Morrison. I'm going to be sitting in for Jamie this week. Jamie is currently training for an upcoming Ultimate Fighter Championship against Chuck Liddell. I love Jamie, but my money is definitely on Chuck. Stella is in the studio as well, the beautiful Stella Giudicelli.
You almost made it.
Almost made it?
Giudicelli. Very good.
I'm
Thank
getting
you.
there. I'm getting there.
Good morning, everyone.
This is going to be a studio of accents as well. We've got you here.
That's true.
Which has the beautiful accent. And then we have one of our guests, Anthony Amos from Australia. He's going to be in studio as well. We're looking forward to interviewing him. And we've also got somebody who's got a very weird accent. My dog, Macy, is in the studio. I've got her. She's sitting down being a well-behaved dog right now. But if you hear any barking or howling coming from the studio, I promise you it is not Macy. It is still Anthony Amos from Australia. So we're talking about fun at the office today, Stella. So what do you do for fun either in the office or out of the office?
Well, in the office, I'm actually very focused. I'm very serious, very focused. So the only thing I can think I do
Could
for
you just
fun,
say that phrase again a couple more times?
Very focused?
Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. Keep going.
So the only thing I can think I do when to have fun at the office is when I see my buddy Juan. He's a real estate agent at Coldwell Banker as well, and he's lots of fun. He's my gay friend, and
does he have a gay Spanish accent if his name is Juan?
He does.
I would
yes.
love to hear a conversation between Stella with this beautiful French accent and then Juan with a gay Mexican accent. That would be awesome.
Yes, he's awesome. I love him.
You know that. You know me. We're going to have fun today. Is it like that?
That's exactly what it is.
Cool.
Yeah, that's why him and I have fun.
I can't wait. I gotta meet Juan. We gotta get him in the studio sometime. Listen, we've got some really cool guests today, so I want to give as much time as we can to them as well. You're gonna love them as well, Stella. Okay. Our first guest is an icon in his business, and again, because I am a glutton for punishment, I'm booking guests that have been on radio longer than Stella has been alive. So for whatever reason, I'm intimidating my own self by bringing on these pros who've been in the industry forever. You're gonna love this guy's story, by the way. Talk about opportunism in business and making the most of a crap situation. This guy can turn a bad deal into a multi-billion-dollar industry. Bob Circosta. He is TV's original home shopping host and one of the individuals who helped create the multi-billion-dollar TV home shopping industry. Over the past 38 years, Bob has logged over 25,000 hours of live selling on TV, which is a ridiculous amount of time. He's made over 75,000 separate product presentations and has individually sold over $1 billion in merchandise, earning him
goodness.
the title. I know.
I'm worn out already.
Yeah, I'm exhausted.
Tired.
Bob, welcome, buddy.
Hey, great.
And
to be
also,
with you,
he's just a damn good friend, and I really,
so much.
he's one of my mentors. I love learning from this guy. He wrote a book called Life's a Pitch,
right.
Which is one of my favorite books because I'm all about the pitch, and because I'm all about the pitch, we're going to start off with that. What is your pitch, Bob?
The pitch is that I'm looking for products to put on TV.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Oh, yeah. HSN has started a brand new program segment. It's called HSN American Dreams. And what they've done is really fast-tracked it for the entrepreneur. This segment is focusing on entrepreneurs and their products, and they're able to get on TV now.
So
we'll
these
be talking about
these
that,
are local business owners, actually probably from all over the country,
Sure.
that have invented products.
Right.
It's beyond product development. It's beyond proof of concept. They're selling the products. They're ready to scale. They're ready to go. These guys don't need to get on Shark Tank and give up 30% of their business. Nope. So they can just go right on and they can start selling their products, maintaining ownership.
And be seen in over 95 million homes. How about that for distribution?
How about that for making somebody want to vomit before they get on air?
And we started in August, okay? So we've already started the segment.
Yeah.
Wildly successful.
How much training do you have to do for the people before they get on TV? Because they're the ones on the show, right?
Right. I bring them on.
Yeah.
Okay. It's done in the Monday night show, which is with Adam Freeman. So Adam and I bring them on his show and introduce them to America. And they just get a very quick run through during that day, that afternoon.
Really? And this is probably the first time most of them have ever been on TV.
Oh, the three that we had on in August had never been on TV before, which
Were they
makes
totally
it fun.
crapping themselves?
Oh, they loved it.
Yeah.
Are you kidding? In fact, I asked the one lady who came up with the product, and I said, "How long have you been working on this?" And she said, "For the past 5 years." And I said, "Well, what are you feeling right now? You're on nationwide TV." And she started to cry.
Oh, that's awesome.
I mean, this
Way
is
to go.
a moment.
Way to make your people cry, Bob.
It's a life-changing moment.
I'm going to see if I can get my guests to cry when they're on here.
Let's do
Anthony, I'm
this.
looking at you, buddy. I'm gunning for you now.
Anthony's very quiet. Why is Anthony so quiet?
Oh, trust me. You put the mic in front of this man's face, I won't get a word in edgewise.
And I'm very happy to hear that Stella is so focused.
Yeah, but
Yes,
he's
very
quiet
focused.
because I
She's
have a
very
newspaper
Very
rolled up
focused.
here, and I'm not afraid to swat the crap out of this guy if he gets out of hand. And I know he will. There's no question about that. So these business owners, they get on TV, first time ever, in front of 95 million people, selling their products. How's it going so far?
Oh, it's going great. It really, and HSN has always been the entrepreneur's best friend.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how it all started with the entrepreneurial
Well, let's start with
spirit.
that because let's not undersell HSN. You are the guy, right? You're the guy that with a couple of other people, you co-founded the whole industry.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I'm very fortunate to be there at the very beginning of the industry.
Let's talk about that because here's why I love this story.
Okay.
It was a total crap situation. And I think most people in business, when crap hits the fan, and it always does at some point in time, they can be beaten down so quickly. And you guys, you rallied, man. Tell us the story of how HSN was born.
Well, you're right, because it was not by plan. It was not by design. It started, and many people are surprised to find out that it started on radio.
On radio, yeah.
Yeah, like a little radio station.
Here in Tampa.
A wonderful radio station like this. It was called WWQT. It was 1470 on the AM dial. Oh, we thought we were great. This was the world's worst radio station. I'm telling you, it was awful. It was a news talk formatted station.
Yep.
And so I had a talk show.
You were on for 3 or 4 hours a day?
3 hours. 3 hours, noon to 3. And the owner of the station, a gentleman by the name of Bud Paxson, he would go out and try to get advertising and everything. But since this was such a bad radio station, it was difficult to sell advertising. And he sold a 13-week advertising contract to an appliance store, all true now, in Clearwater.
Do you remember how much that deal was for? Because this was back, this was 35 years ago.
Well, he sold 13 weeks of advertising. I don't know what that cost was, but he went in to collect on the bill, and the guy refused to pay the bill.
Yeah, because nobody came into
Nobody came in. He said, no one heard my commercial. So the guy refused to pay the bill. So he gave Bud merchandise instead of paying
Tell him
cash.
the merchandise. This is what cracks me up.
So Bud came back to the station, and he had in his hands an avocado green electric can opener.
A whole pallet of them, right?
Oh, yeah, 112. 112. And he said, Bob, I want you to sell the can opener. And I said, you've got to be kidding. I'm a newsman.
Yeah.
You know?
Did you have any experience in sales?
No. Are you kidding? I despised it. I still hate to sell.
Right.
I still despise
So
it.
you told him you're not a salesperson. What did he say?
And then he said, I'll give you a bucket can opener. And I said, boy, that's a great looking can opener.
Boom, you turned into a salesperson immediately, right?
That's right. So it came on the air, and I remember saying, if you call me up right now, reserve one, come on down to the studio and pay for it. It's yours. And pretty soon the lines started to light up on the phone. In fact, I didn't know what those lights were because nobody ever called me before on the show.
Well,
Yeah.
the
What's
switchboard's
going on?
broken.
Right.
It's lighting up.
And that day we sold 112 electric can openers.
And you got a $112 check.
That's right. Oh, that was
Which was
big.
big
Oh,
back
are
then.
you kidding? Yeah. And that was the beginning of the whole industry. Now today,
Because you guys made more money selling toasters than you would have for the ads, right?
You're exactly right. So Bud, being a marketing genius, said, wait a minute. He said exactly what you just said. Yeah. I made more from this than that. So we started every day a product spotlight, and we featured restaurants. And this was on the radio for 5 years. And then in 1982, Pinellas County was wired for cable.
Cable came out, yeah.
Maybe some of the listeners will remember Vision Cable. And so we leased a channel 52, and it was the home shopping channel at that time.
Home shopping channel.
Home shopping channel. And before that on the radio, you know what it was called on the radio? Are you ready?
Yeah.
The International Suncoast Bargainers Club. International. Are you kidding me? Oh, yeah, it was great.
On the AM dial.
Yeah, on the AM dial. And then 1985, we went nationwide.
And that's when it exploded.
That's right. And now it's all over the world.
Yeah, let's do this. We're going to take a break. When we come back, I want to talk a little bit more about the American Dream show on HSN and maybe how people can get on the show, and also how to save them the embarrassment of getting on the show first. Like what makes a great product a great product. All right?
Great question.
So we'll be back in just a moment. You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie Maloney, where business becomes show business.
Have you considered a reverse mortgage as part of your retirement financial plan? For homeowners age 62 or older, a reverse mortgage from Access Reverse Mortgage is a safe, economical way to turn your home's equity into cash or monthly income. Access Reverse Mortgage is a family-owned company based right here in the Tampa Bay area for the past 10 years. They are A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau and Florida's leading reverse mortgage provider. Call 727-347-0305 or go to accessreverse.com to start your research today. NMLS number 4566. That's 727-347-0305.
Are you looking for a local real estate firm that knows the market and has your interests in mind? Then contact Jim McPeak at McPeak Real Estate Firm, a family-owned business whose agents have over 60-plus years of experience in the Tampa Bay market. Many of the agents are military veterans that know the VA process for buying a home and are proud to help our military members in any way they can. From residential to commercial real estate, McPeak Real Estate Firm is here to help. Contact Jim at 813-495-3875 and learn more at McPeakTeam.com.
Help promote the entrepreneurial spirit that drives the American economy. Tune in weekdays at 8 a.m. on 1250 WINS WHNZ to That Business Show with Jamie Maloney, where he promotes what is right with our community and highlights the successes of our entrepreneurs. Show contributor openings also available. You can learn more about the show and how to become part of this growing network at TampaBayRadio.com. Tune in weekdays at 8 a.m. to That Business Show with Jamie Maloney, where business becomes show business.
Tampa Bay weather is a roof killer. That's why when getting your roof done, you want it done right. Hi, I'm Jamie Maloney of That Business Show. When considering a new roof or repair, talk to Westfall Roofing. They've been installing high-quality roofs in Tampa Bay for over 25 years. Get a free, no-obligation estimate by calling 855-99-ROOFING. That's 855-99-ROOFING. Find out what already 15,000 satisfied customers already know. Call now, 855-99-ROOFING.
Are you in need of new flooring or ready to tackle that home remodeling project? Then contact Yeager & Company Incorporated, a family-owned, state-certified general contracting business with over 70 years of experience and the recipient of the Angie's List Super Service Award for the last 8 years in multiple categories. Yeager & Company comes to you with their shop-at-home flooring sales service, and their hardwood flooring refinishing is the very best in the Bay. Kitchen and bath design featuring American-made, well-born cabinets, and all work is done by employees, not subcontractors. Learn more at YagerFlooring.com.
From the Bright House Networks Traffic Center.
Good morning. If you're heading from Pinellas County to Hillsborough County, whether that be on Hillsborough Avenue to Courtney Campbell Causeway, Howard Franklin, Gandy, all those bridges now completely jammed because of a crash on northbound 275 near West Shore. Still in the right-hand lane, of course, to Howard Franklin taking the brunt of it as traffic is backed up all the way to the Pinellas County side. So if you take the Gandy from St. Petersburg, leave a lot of extra time to get through that light at West Shore. See traffic problems? Call the injury firm of Abraham Son and Utica Hillsborough Traffic Tip Line 866-545-9595.
This report is brought to you by the Exergen Temporal Scanner Thermometer. The Exergen Temporal Scanner Thermometer is so fast, accurate, and easy that it takes the hassle out of taking temperature. It is an awesome purchase. Every new parent should have one. Pick one up at your local Club Warehouse or other fine retailers today.
Today, a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms, high 91. Tonight, partly cloudy and muggy, low 76. Tomorrow, partly cloudy with a 60% rain chance, high 91.
You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie Maloney on 1250 WINS WHNZ. Once again, here's your host, Topher Morrison.
Welcome back. You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie Maloney, where business becomes show business. I'm Topher Morrison, sitting in all week for Jamie, who is attempting to climb Mount Everest without any oxygen, a Sherpa, or any Wi-Fi. Sure, hope he packed some mittens. Anyway, so we've got Bob Circosta with us, one of the original founders of the HSN, who has got a new show on HSN called American Dream Builders, which is a show dedicated to the entrepreneurs of America who want to get their products seen by 95 million people every day. let's go back to the story of HSN real quickly. This thing exploded. Yes. You guys were selling this thing for toasters, can openers, and then it exploded within a couple of years. It was already a multi-billion-dollar industry. And this is back in the 90s, right?
Well, yes. It went nationwide in 1985.
Okay.
And that's when HSN, we were the first. HSN was the first. Yep. QVC came on in 1986.
Yep.
And in the late 80s, there were 28 other companies trying to do the same thing. But they didn't really do that well because you've got to have the presentation, you've got to have the distribution, you've got to have a strong infrastructure.
Yeah. Well, and you guys were first to market as well, so you dominated.
Exactly. Yeah. And so in the early 90s, then it exploded, and I think it was 91 or 92, something like that. We did $1 billion. HSN did $1 billion in sales in 1 year. That's a long way from 112 electric can opener.
And then you sold. Then you sold the company.
Yeah. The company was sold to Liberty Media, and then I took some time off. I retired.
You sold it for like $11 billion, and you bought an island and became an evil villain. Had a bald cat. No? That's exactly what I do.
I didn't do that.
If I could sell a company for that much money, I'd buy an island, get a bald cat, and I'd become an evil genius.
I got bored.
Yeah.
I was bored. And so
how long were you retired? 2 years?
About 2 years, yeah. And so many entrepreneurs came to me and said, because by that time, everybody wanted to start getting on TV shopping.
Sure.
Okay. So they came to me and they said, how do I do this? What do I, how do I pitch the product? How do I get in the system and all of that? And so I started my own company.
Let's talk about that, because this new show, American Dream Builders, is for entrepreneurs who've invented something.
Yes.
Everybody's in love with their inventions, but the reality is some of them just aren't very good inventions. I had some inventions I shared with John yesterday, and he was not impressed with any of them.
Really?
Yeah. I thought they were winners.
You can try them on me.
My favorite one was funeral confetti. I thought that'd be a great one.
Okay.
Not multicolored. That'd be tacky. All black.
John's a very smart man.
We've got or self-cleaning soap. I thought that was a winner. It's kind of like soap, but it cleans itself.
Don't quit your day
soap.
job.
Yeah. What makes a great product a great product? You've got 5 criteria.
If it's one question I've been asked over the years all the time is, Bob, here's what I have. Will it work? Can I sell that on a TV shopping channel? Which is different than an infomercial, by the way. Okay. But can I sell it on a TV shopping channel? And I came up with 5 questions that if you can answer yes to 3 or more, you've got something that has the potential.
What do you got?
Number 1 is what you have is a demonstrable. Can you demonstrate what you have? Obviously, TV is a visual medium, so you're able to bring it alive with the story, okay?
And some things, by the way, you may not think are demonstrable, but if you do it right, you could. Like, look at Tony Little with the Sobakawa pillow. How you demonstrate a pillow, right? But he found some really cool ways to demonstrate it. So
I have
think
a product,
creatively.
As a matter of fact, I'm going to be on the air today at 4 p.m. on HSN with a product called Magic Fix. That's an epoxy resin that sat on the shelf of Lowe's and Home Depot for 3 years, and nobody ever did anything with it. We brought it alive, and now we sell 10,000 units every month.
And you're going to find a way to make it demonstrable to watch glue dry.
Oh, there will be.
That's skill, brother.
That's better than paint drying, right?
Yeah, I suppose.
Right, exactly.
What's number 2?
Okay, number 2 is, does it solve a problem? What you have, does it solve a problem? Okay. Many people that come to me with an idea, not a product, but an idea, first question I ask is, what problem are you solving? You've got to solve a problem, okay?
Cool.
Number 3, is it easy to use and understand?
Got it.
That's the messaging.
That's why PCs suck and Apple products rule, because they're easy to understand.
Whatever.
Thank you, Stella. I appreciate it.
Oh, God.
Okay. Number 4, does it make one's life easier? Now, let me explain that, okay? If you're asking somebody to go way outside their comfort zone in order to use your product, you're going to have some challenges.
Yeah.
So does it fit within one's lifestyle? And number 5, what you have, does it have mass appeal? Now, if what you have doesn't have mass appeal, then you have a niche product, and that's okay.
But it's probably not for TV.
Exactly. But find out where your niche is, okay, and take advantage of that. But mass appeal, like you said, 95 million homes, we can't come on and say we have 3 of something. It's got to be multiples.
Yeah.
So, and that's another thing. With this show, American Dreams, this program segment, you don't have to have a lot of quantity.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if anybody listening, if you have a product and you want to get it on HSN is making it so easy for you.
Yeah, just go to hsn.com.
Right.
And then search in the keyword American Dreams.
American Dreams, and a submission page will come up. It'll ask you a series of questions. Simply, answer those questions, and we'll evaluate what you have, and we'll go from there.
Why did you call it American Dreams?
Because that's what it's all about. It's about living that American dream. And that's what I mean. That's what fuels America. That's what makes America great, to have the dream. But you can't just have the dream. All right. You got to have the reality, and you've got to have the plan of action. And that's why I'm so proud of everybody at HSM, because they've created this opportunity for entrepreneurs.
Talking about American dream, you had the American dream. You came here. Our next guest also had an American dream.
Right.
So our next guest is Anthony Amos, and he's got one hell of a story. He's definitely got a demonstrable product as well. By the way, Bob, he could have a lot of fun. You'd have to do a studio remote show out in the parking lot, because his product probably couldn't fit through the door. But let me talk a little bit now. And I've warned you guys that I've rolled up my paper, and I'm going to slap this guy if I have to, because he's known to get a little out of control. I'm lucky that it's a morning show. Hopefully he hasn't had his juice and he's just a little bit mellow. But I will tell you that I have nothing but love for this guy, but I'm not afraid to swat him with the paper. The reason why I brought my dog Macy in here is because he has a really, really cool business all about dogs. So this guy founded a mobile dog grooming business in Australia called Hydro Dog. Apparently, Aussies hate washing their own dogs, because this business exploded, became one of the largest franchises in Australia. Then he sold the whole franchise off in 2006 for one of the largest sales in Australia history, which was a record at the time. Might still be. Is it still a record? Still a record, you baller, you. Look at you. Look at you. You're being all humble. Anyway, he also wrote a book called How to Catch a Shark. It is not a how-to guide for sharks with fins, but with sharks with gobs of cash. He brought the franchise for Hydro Dog over to America, 4 years ago?
Yeah, about 4 years ago.
4 years ago, yeah. And built the thing up to an empire, sold it a second time, baller number 2, for $11 billion. How much did you sell for?
Well, what actually happened, I got bought out with my business partners. They wanted to corporatize it because they felt there was a lot of money left on the table.
Yeah.
And I'm a franchise guy, so I said, we've got to go through a buyout. So we actually went through a buyout. And that's when I started to create all these other companies.
But wait, no. You started all those companies. We can talk about those. We don't have time. Right. But then, so you get bought out.
And then
they tank the business.
In a year and a half.
Yep. You got to feel good about it.
I bought
gloating.
it back.
I can see you gloating, because they came back to you and they said, I think we made a mistake.
Yeah, do you want to buy it back?
And you bought it back for like a dime on the dollar?
Yes.
Well done, buddy. I'll give that a golf clap right there. Even Macy's. Macy's licking herself. She's so thrilled with that one. All right, so you buy it back, and now you're relaunching Hydro Dog as a franchise, and you're doing a really, really cool campaign. And I'm not even here to talk about Hydro Dog, but that's a topic of it, right?
Sure.
Really, what's really cool is that you've developed this awesome charitable. You're insane. This guy's crazy. He somehow thinks it's a good idea to take his 3 kids, his beautiful wife Rachel, and a new puppy. What's the puppy's name, by the way?
Bubbles.
Bubbles. That's a perfect name for it.
Makes sense.
And put them all in an RV and then drive all around the country to visit all 50 states and wash dogs for charity. And it's called bathetosave.com. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yes.
Yeah. And you're doing some work with Ellen DeGeneres with her charity?
Well, it's just the beginning, but what we decided to do is to support other charities on this particular course. Originally, what we were looking at was to focus on the shelters, but as we looked into more of the politics and how they were run, it sort of started to send a mixed message. So we thought, let's just get out there and support charities so the charities can get the exposure.
Yep.
And the best part about it is we've got some great businesses, and a lot of them are mine, that we're actually wrapping this whole 40-foot RV to get those messages across the country.
Well done. Well done. Well, listen, by the way, if you want to tune in and see my dog, you can go to tampabayradio.com and you can tune in and watch the live stream. We'll pull her up on the camera here shortly. Right now, we're going to go to break. We're going to come back. I want to talk to you about the insane life living in an RV with 3 kids and your beautiful wife, Rachel. So we'll be back in just a moment. You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie Maloney, where business becomes show business.
Hi, welcome to Yeager's. We just want to take a minute and show you what we're all about. At Yeager's, our primary business is hardwood flooring, although we are remodelers for kitchen, bath, and general construction. We operate a fleet of shop-at-home vans that have all the flooring-type products, hardwood flooring, laminate flooring, tile, stone, what have you. So we're able to come out first with products in our vehicles and take a look at the setting, how the colors will work, and then to be able to come up with some options and ideas for you. If that's not good enough, we have a large distribution center that we inventory product and have a nice display area.
Listen today at 1 p.m. and be enlightened.
The Leukemia and Lymphoma Society has designated September as Blood Cancer Awareness Month. Throughout September, we will be sharing proof of impact, that together we will be able to achieve a world without blood cancers. Not someday, but today. With your help, we fund research and provide patient support that is saving lives. Be part of that proof and help us to reach our goal of finding a cure. To learn how you can make a difference, go to LLS.org.
From the Bright House Network's Traffic Center.
Good morning. If you're heading from Pinellas County to Hillsborough County, whether that be on Hillsborough Avenue to Courtney Campbell Causeway, Howard Franklin, Gandy, all those bridges now completely jammed because of a crash on northbound 275 near West Shore. Still in the right-hand lane, of course, to Howard Franklin taking the brunt of it as traffic is backed up all the way to the Pinellas County side. So if you take the Gandy from St. Petersburg, leave a lot of extra time to get through that light at West Shore. See traffic problems? Call the injury firm of Abraham Son and Utica Hillsborough Traffic Tip Line 866-545-9595.
Do you want to receive up to $100 cash back for your damaged windshield? Then call Auto Glass America. That's right. With comprehensive insurance, you'll get up to $100 cash back on the spot for your damaged windshield and receive at no cost to you a premium quality replacement with a lifetime warranty. Auto Glass America will handle your insurance claim for you and come to you with free mobile service. If it's chipped or cracked, we'll buy it back. Auto Glass America, 813-96-GLASS. That's 813-96-GLASS.
Today, a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms, high 91. Tonight, partly cloudy and muggy, low 76. Tomorrow, partly cloudy with a 60% rain chance, high 91.
You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie Maloney on 1250 Wins WHNZ. Once again, here's your host, Topher Morrison.
Welcome back to That Business Show with Jamie Maloney. I'm Topher Morrison. I'll be sitting in for Jamie all week, who is apparently swimming to Cuba. So put him in your prayers. We hope he gets there okay without getting stung by jellyfish. We have got in the studio Bob Circosta, one of the original founders of HSN, who has a new show on HSN called American Dreams. We also have in the studio Anthony Amos, who is the founder of Hydro Dog and several other franchises, as I mentioned. This guy's a franchising fiend. He's got, how many have you created?
Well, if you count Hydro Dog
twice.
Three times.
3 times.
5.
Yeah. Crazy, man. Yeah. All right. And so Hydro Dog now in its newest iteration.
Yes.
You're going around the country. You're going to be washing dogs. If somebody wants to get their dog's butt washed by you, how much is it going to cost? Where are they going to go? How are they going to find out about you? They're going to go to bathe2save.com, see your tour schedule. Do you even have a tour scheduled yet? Because I know you, and if you're organizing it, it is not up there.
You know I don't organise anything. I've got to have people working on that stuff for me. So we've got 2 amazing organisations or 2 companies that are working with us, which is Vistra Communications, that's the PR company.
Yep.
And then U Nation have also dovetailing on the back end with them to help us as well. So they're really planning the whole trip around the country for us, telling us where we should be, what we should go to, because they're going to all be main events and big attractions in towns and cities that we can have a big impact in.
So if people want to follow along, can they go to unation.com and there will be a schedule there?
They can go to Bathe to Save. We're going to have a tracking process where they can actually track us, which is a little bit scary to me. But, trying to find out where I am all the time could be an interesting sort of
I'm calling
story.
Immigration. I'm just like, just keep a tab on this guy. I don't know if his visa's up to date or not. So now, I know we've been friends for 5 years? Maybe a little longer. 4 or 5 years.
I've been here 4 years, so.
Clearly the best part of you.
Yes.
Is your wife, Rachel.
No question about it.
No question about it. How you landed such a hot, yes, I can say hot. Can I call her hot?
That's okay, yes.
She's a beautiful woman.
She is.
Kind.
Yes.
Very patient with you. She has this look.
That's an understatement.
She has this look. I've seen it several times. She just kind of smiles halfway and goes, and she just, how quickly did you propose to her before, because you knew you had to close that sale quick. You had to close that sale quick because you knew she'd figure you out.
Well, it's funny because anywhere I go, I sort of jump in and I'm full guts and put on the performance, and then people go, "Yeah, I tell you that was great." And if they're not sure, then they meet Rachel. They go, "Wow, this guy must be the real deal." So
that's true.
That's what works.
She's your credibility piece, right?
Absolutely.
Because they look at you and go, "I don't know about this guy," and then he goes, "But if she married him, there must be something there."
Exactly.
Well, one of the things I absolutely love about you is that you've got a childlike sense of wonder all the time. I love the fact that you've named your dog Bubbles. That's pretty damn cool. What kind of a dog is it, by the way?
It's a Shih Tzu Chihuahua cross.
Oh, perfect. Man, I was going to be so worried for you if you ended up getting like a bull mastiff or something for an RV park.
I wanted to get a big dog, but I was talked out of it by everybody. So
so. You lost the bet on that.
I did, yes.
What is, out of all the things that you've done, now you hit some tough times as well, by the way, because after you sold your franchise, the Hydro Dog down in Australia, you got into property development.
That's correct.
What happened there?
We, our funders that were from America went into liquidation, so we got the news first from that, and they said it was only going to be a 90-day turnaround, and we'll be back on track. And 90 days turned into 120.
This was in 2008.
Yes,
in the global financial crisis. Way to go, by the way. Take your bazillion dollars that you get from Hydro Dog and invest it into real estate. Stella, smart investment in 2008, right? Yeah, she's like, oh. Were you a realtor in 2008?
I was not a realtor in 2008.
Smart call.
I just moved from the UK, working in the real estate field, actually, in the currency exchange for Australians, French, British buying in the US. So.
Nice.
Well, I think the biggest part for me was getting over here and studying again. We got back to a great place, and I think having some great contacts with How to Catch a Shark, obviously, there's a lot of those stories in there, but it's meeting the right people, the right influences that can take you to places you could only dream of. So that was a great accomplishment. But then,
by the way, the book How to Catch a Shark was inspired because one of your business partners is Kevin Harrington from the TV show Shark Tank.
Exactly,
the original Shark.
He actually suggested to me. He said, "You're the only bloke that's come across that's done a deal like you've done with me. Normally, it's the other way around." Because I called him. He's good. You got to write a book. You got to write a book. How to Catch a Shark. That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
So it's nearly out. It's going to be out in about a couple of weeks, and we should be good to go.
Very cool. Are you going to be selling those on the road?
Yes. So part of the strategy with the PR company was every event that you go to, sell the book and donate $10 back to the charity. So it's going to end up being a national book tour at the same time.
How much money are you hoping to raise for charity?
$1 million.
Well
so we want to try and save 25,000 dogs and raise $1 million and just get the awareness. But this is what I love the most about having Hydro Dog on the back end of this. We're going to be obviously selling franchises. Sure. But to buy a franchise, we've come up with this particular strategy. If you're not prepared one day a month to wash dogs at your local charity and save lives, then you can't purchase a franchise.
Nice. Well done, brother.
I know.
I like that.
Look at you.
So what's special really about your franchise and, the dog washing machine or whatever?
the big blue dog.
Yes.
I think it's unique to the marketplace purely because it is a big blue dog. Everybody seems to have a van, and there's a lot of mobile dog units out there that are working. But knowing what I know, all I've got to do is duplicate what I did in Australia. There's over 200 franchises over there now. It's really successful. And we're just going to.
You can't go anywhere in Australia without seeing these big blue dogs. They are literally they're as iconic as a Starbucks logo over there. It's insane. Yeah,
and cool. you got to remember the same population of Australia is the same population in Florida. So even though we've got a huge country, the population isn't just it's not as big as what people think. So having that amount over there was very, very cool. But I just want to make this note. So once we start from nothing and get back, and just to sort of throw it in, 35 different business partners and 21 different. I'm out. Businesses later. I can't hear anything.
Anthony's just gone deaf. You're so good. I can hear you. You're fine.
Yeah, it was the fact that once we sort of got into that position, I was able to, which you know very well, leverage my my ability of what I'm good at with all my partners.
Yeah.
And now they're running all those other companies, which gives me the chance to go around the country and do this wonderful cause. And believe it or not, in the middle of the night, my wife wakes me up and I'm thinking, oh, here we go and get lucky. And she said, no, I've got a great idea. Let's put that big blue dog behind the RV and go around the country. So it was actually her idea to do this.
Well, there's no question in my mind, my friend, that all of your good ideas probably come from somebody named Rachel. You're just the executor.
I'm just the action guy. That's correct.
Absolutely. Listen, we've got another guest on the phone, so we want to bring him in here as well. His name is John Heffron. Many of you already recognize the name. He was the winner of The Last Comic Standing Season number 2. He has so many Comedy Central specials, I've lost count. But to be fair, math is hard. So it's probably not that many. But he wrote a book also, by the way, called I Come to You from the Future, which is a book for the 20-something generation on how to not be stupid. And shockingly, he has made a living telling jokes. So he's a perfect guest for talking about how to have fun in the office or have fun at work, although he doesn't have an office. Who would have thought that you could actually make that a business? So good morning, John. How are you this bright and early morning, buddy?
Good morning, Topher. How are you? You can hear me, right?
I can hear you just fine.
The words coming out of my mouth. I'll tell you this right now. I have, there's a small chance and by small, I mean 98%,
Yep.
you're going to hear my 2 dogs freaking out because they're trying to get to my 2 cats. So me and my 2 cats are now locked in a closet, hoping that the 2 dogs can't find us.
Dogs find you with smell, so they're going to find you anyway. We'll probably hear scratching of the doors. Where are you, by the way? I know you're in a closet. What city are you in? You're in Los Angeles, right?
Yeah, I'm in Los Angeles for like a day or 2.
Okay.
And then I fly off to Kirkville, Washington.
Kirkland, Washington, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. I just got back I was in Tucson doing a charity like a day ago, and when I was there, I called my wife right before the show just to kind of like check in.
Yeah.
She said, "Can you bring home some lemonade?" And I'm like, "Well, you're gonna wait for like a day before I bring home lemonade?" And she goes, "No, where are you? I thought you were at the grocery store." And I'm like, "No, I drove to LAX and I got on a plane and then I flew. I'm in a completely different. I'm in a different state. I'm in a different city." And she's like, "Oh, well, I didn't even know that you were gone all day."
Here's the thing. You guys think that's a unique. That happens at his house on a regular basis. I promise you, that's not the first time that's happened, is it, John?
Well, the couple things I realized, and then we kind of got not a lover's quarrel, but here I realized this: in case I ever just decide to disappear or go Jason Bourne on my entire family, I have about a 12-hour head start before anybody's going to know. Like, I didn't have that stat, I
That's
thought
good to know.
Yeah, that's also good. And then I also realized that when I was a little kid and I would leave my house and I would come back, 12 hours later from playing all summer, my parents never asked where I was or what. I didn't have to justify the 12 hours that I went missing as a little kid during the summer. So then that made me realize I had more freedom as an 8-year-old walking around Detroit than I do as a 45-year-old male married man.
They didn't tell you that in the deal when you got married, did they?
He did not.
No. By the way, also on the topic of hot wives, Anthony, John's wife, uber hot as well. But I will tell you, out of all of the women I've ever met in my life, his wife scares the crap out of me because she could kick my ass in a heartbeat. And John's as well. In fact, you guys don't get into fights. You just get into talking tos, I would assume.
Oh, me? Well, her new move now is she writes notes because we don't really argue. Mm-hmm. We're kind of but her move is she'll write me notes to help me clarify areas of my life that could be better.
Yeah, like what?
Prior to meeting her, apparently she never thought I owned a car. So, when we're driving, she'll let me know when I should start to get over when the exit's coming. Which is good because prior to meeting her, I would just continue to drive and run out of gas because I wouldn't know how to get off the freeway. So luckily, she's there.
She saved you on that one.
She saved me on that one. She also lets me know where I should park at grocery stores because, again, I would just drive around and yell for a kid to run in and grab me something because I didn't know how to find a parking spot. But her move is she writes notes now and puts them on things instead of actually, discussing it with me. So on my shoes, there might be a note that reads, "Don't belong here." Or, if I leave something out, not a good place for these. But here's my favorite note that I've gotten maybe this month. There was a note in my wallet that read, "Took some cash."
Wow.
I was like, I know, because I'm trying to tip valet with a note from you right now. So
that didn't tip the valet well?
Yeah, that would have been helpful. That note on the outside of my wallet would have been a little bit more helpful
than in the inside. I think you're right. Listen, we got to run to a break real quick. When we get back from the break, I want to talk about how you keep your life interesting because the theme of today's show is really fun, making your life fun, your work fun. And you're a guy who has to tell the same joke night after night after night and make it fresh. So I want to kind of get some strategies from you on that one. We're going to take a break. You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie Maloney, where business becomes show business. We'll be back in just a moment with John Heffron, the winner of Last Comic Standing.
Have you considered a reverse mortgage as part of your retirement financial plan? For homeowners age 62 or older, a reverse mortgage from Access Reverse Mortgage is a safe, economical way to turn your home's equity into cash or monthly income. Access Reverse Mortgage is a family-owned company based right here in the Tampa Bay area for the past 10 years. They are A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau and Florida's leading reverse mortgage provider. Call 727-347-0305 or go to accessreverse.com to start your research today. NMLS number 4566. That's 727-347-0305.
Are you looking for a local real estate firm that knows the market and has your interests in mind? Then contact Jim McPeak at McPeak Real Estate Firm, a family-owned business whose agents have over 60-plus years of experience in the Tampa Bay market. Many of the agents are military veterans that know the VA process for buying a home and are proud to help our military members in any way they can. From residential to commercial real estate, McPeak Real Estate Firm is here to help. Contact Jim at 813-495-3875 and learn more at McPeakTeam.com.
Help promote the entrepreneurial spirit that drives the American economy. Tune in weekdays at 8 a.m. on 1250 Wins WHNZ to That Business Show with Jamie Maloney, where he promotes what is right with our community and highlights the successes of our entrepreneurs. Show contributor openings also available. You can learn more about the show and how to become part of this growing network at TampaBayRadio.com. Tune in weekdays at 8 a.m. to That Business Show with Jamie Maloney, where business becomes show business.
Tampa Bay weather is a roof killer. That's why when getting your roof done, you want it done right. Hi, I'm Jamie Maloney of That Business Show. When considering a new roof or repair, talk to Westfall Roofing. They've been installing high-quality roofs in Tampa Bay for over 25 years. Get a free, no-obligation estimate by calling 855-99-ROOFING. That's 855-99-ROOFING. Find out what already 15,000 satisfied customers already know. Call now, 855-99-ROOFING.
Are you in need of new flooring or ready to tackle that home remodeling project? Then contact Yeager & Company Incorporated, a family-owned, state-certified general contracting business with over 70 years of experience and the recipient of the Angie's List Super Service Award for the last 8 years in multiple categories. Yeager & Company comes to you with their shop-at-home flooring sales service, and their hardwood flooring refinishing is the very best in the Bay. Kitchen and bath design featuring American-made, well-born cabinets, and all work is done by employees, not subcontractors. Learn more at YeagerFlooring.com.
From the Bright House Networks Traffic Center.
Slow traffic on all the bridges into Tampa from St. Petersburg and Clearwater. It's all due to a crash that was on northbound 275 near West Shore. It's now clear, so traffic should be getting better on the Howard Franklin Bridge. The Gandy Bridge, unfortunately, was an alternate. It is now stacked up from the St. Pete side through that light at West Shore, so leave a lot of extra time if you're heading that way. Courtney Campbell Causeway, also a big delays out there as well due to this crash in the West Shore area. See traffic problems, call the injury firm of Abraham, Son, and Eudora, Hillsborough traffic tip line 866-545-9595.
This report is brought to you by Preparation H.
Get effective relief from the burning and itching of hemorrhoids with Preparation H medicated wipes for women. Created by the #1 doctor-recommended OTC brand, Preparation H medicated wipes for women are infused with refreshing cucumber, chamomile, and aloe. Use as directed.
Today, a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms, high 91. Tonight, partly cloudy and muggy, low 76. Tomorrow, partly cloudy with a 60% rain chance, high 91.
You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie Maloney on 1250 Wins WHNZ. Once again, here's your host, Topher Morrison.
Well, good morning. Welcome to That Business Show with Jamie Maloney. I'm Topher Morrison, sitting in for Jamie Maloney, who is stuck in a hot air balloon. Please put him in your prayers. We hope he comes down someday soon. Listen, we've got John Heffron on the radio, on the phone, actually. We're all on the radio, aren't we? We got John Heffron on the phone from Los Angeles. He's the winner of Last Comic Standing. He's got several Comedy Central specials, and he's talking about how his wife likes to leave notes at inappropriate places for him to do crap. We were talking, also, by the way, if you want to tune in, you can watch this show live at TampaBayRadio.com. So check out the website, and you can see, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ugly guys, a cute dog, and 2 hot women. It's worth checking out. Yeah, so you should go in there. Anyway, so John, we're back to you. We were talking about your wife and how she likes to leave notes. Our theme for today is all about having fun at work. And most people probably don't think of your job as work because you just get up and tell jokes. But there's a work ethic there, isn't there?
Yeah, I mean, I've been doing stand-up comedy now for 23 years. So I think with stand-up, you know, that hour that you're on stage as a comic, to me, is, you know, why you do it. That's the funnest part of the day.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem with that is you have 23 hours during the day to kill time. So it's kind of like you're in prison, and that hour you have is you get to walk around the yard, see people, say what's up, and then the second that hour's over, you know, you're back in your hotel by yourself.
Yeah.
You know, when you have 23 hours to kill, there's a lot of room for error, just as a human being, during that 23 hours.
Especially with a guy like you that has bad decision-making skills.
Exactly. Like, you know, so that's why I usually go right from the show and I go, you know, right to sleep, because I've just proven to myself if I'm up at 3 a.m., I'm about to make a bad decision. You know,
Nothing good happens at 3 a.m.?
Yeah, well, never have I been up all night, and then the next day went, I think some healthy choices were made last night.
Anthony, what about you? Have you ever made any healthy choices at 3 a.m.?
I'd have to say that's where all my best choices are made.
You don't remember any of those choices at 3 a.m. I've seen you at 3 a.m.
Well, apparently I am the one of the happiest drunks anyone's ever seen, that's for sure.
It's true. Anthony turns into this lush lover drunk who just wants to wrap his arms around everybody and kiss you.
Nice.
Yeah. So what do you do to make it fun? What do you do to turn those 23 hours and make them fun other than sleep?
Well, you know, I go through phases of what's going on. One, speaking of 3 a.m., if I'm still up at 3 a.m., I'm about to make a bad choice from all the donuts I got from the vending machine, or some infomercial that I'm looking at 3 a.m. going, yes, I do want 12 CDs of soft rock hits of the 80s.
Thank you.
You know what? You know what? You owe one of our guests on the show, by the way. You've probably given him a lot of your money. It's Bob Circosta. He is one of the original founders of HSN, Home Shopping Network, and he's an infomercial genius as well. You probably bought a lot of his stuff.
I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank you, and I have a very nice house because of you. And
I would imagine I have. You should do some research on me. I don't know what it is, but the second they say, "Don't you hate it when?" Yes, I do hate it when the hangers just fall. I need that thing.
But wait, there's more.
Oh yeah. And wait a second. If you do it now, we'll send you two. What?
That's
two?
right.
I was willing to buy one. Now I'm going to get two. You got to be kidding me.
One of my favorite things that John ever bought from watching TV, or maybe it was online, I can't remember what it was. Right. It's a how-to DVD on how to fight in water. In water?
Yeah, it was a Russian how to fight in water if you're like waist deep and you got to fight somebody. Well, listen, I mean, here's the deal. I'm in a lot of hotels, you know, and there's a lot of lonely business guys that start talking smack at that hotel bar. So now I have the capabilities of going, you want to go, dude? Go put on your suit. I'll meet you in the pool. And if you really want to take it serious, let's go to the deep end. You want to go to the deep end with me? Well, let's do this. So it's very helpful.
All right. Well, we've totally lost track of the theme here, which was fun.
Fun. So here's the deal for fun.
Because you go on date nights with your wife a lot. Right?
Well, yeah, I pick different little subjects and projects to work on just to, if we're talking like work. One, me and my wife, on a side note, found one of the greatest experiences we've ever been to, and we've gone twice now.
I gotta get to that thing. I was supposed to go to the second one. I didn't go.
Yeah, we went, and it was better than the first. There's this place called campgrounded.org. Like I said, I'm not affiliated with them, but you can check it out. And their whole theme is that it's a digital detox. So you go for 3 days. They take away your phone. You don't have a watch.
Yeah, it's like summer camp for adults, right?
Yeah, you get a camp name. There's no networking. There's no work talk. And you just connect with people on this crazy level because the whole time you're there, you never know what somebody does for a living.
And you're not allowed to talk about what you do for a living or your real name. Is that right?
Or your real name. So, like, the last time I was there, I hung out with this guy who was ended up being a billionaire tech guy. But while we were there, like how rich he was, or even what I did, none of those questions ever came up. It was a pretty cool experience. So me and my wife do that. But here's my new thing. So I've wanted to write a song for, I don't know, my entire life. And I figure writing songs is probably like writing stand-up comedy. So long story short, I wrote, why not, a 90s R&B feel R&B song.
It makes perfectly reasonable sense. You're a white stand-up comic. Why wouldn't you go for R&B?
Yeah,
I totally get that.
Exactly. So then I played it for some people, and people go, dude, this is actually like a real legit song. I'm like, yeah, I know. So
okay, wait, I'm going to bust him here. He says he's writing a song, okay? When he says he's writing a song, I know for a fact he went to Fiverr and hired somebody to write the song.
No, they sang it. I wrote it.
Oh, okay. I stand corrected.
Yeah. Actually, me and my wife, we started writing, and then we went to some website that helps you like rhyme, and we started writing it.
Where can we hear this song? We're going to have to close the show down shortly, but where can we go to listen to this song?
Just go to, it's called Date Night. If you go to iTunes, it's Date Night. So just real quick for fun. So that song then, from there, I created this date night passport for couples where it's like a passport, and there's all these date night ideas, and you have to fulfill your passport. You have to hit every event. And what we ended up doing with that is using the $5 that we make from that for me and my wife's charity called Ramp Up the Laughter, because I have a brother-in-law who was hit by a roadside bomb in Afghanistan, and one of the things that he would tell us is he can't go visit his friends like for football games or hang out at his buddies' houses because their houses aren't set up for wheelchairs.
Wow.
His house has ramps, but any of his friends he used to go to aren't. So me and my wife.
That's at rampupthelaughter.com?
But it's brand new, so
all right.
We're not. It's just us funding it right now.
That's cool. Well, check out rampupthelaughter.com.
Yep.
Check out bathetosave.com.
3rd of October is our launch here in Tampa.
Check out hsn.com and search American Dreams.
American Dreams. Get your product on the air.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in to That Business Show with Jamie Maloney, where business becomes show business.
Yeah.